Hello everyone, this is Uloma Emmanuel of Sapphire Needles. Today I'll be teaching us how to make easy calculations for dressmaking. If you like this video, please subscribe, share and like. So let's just get right into it. Some parts of our bodies the measurements are divided by 2, like the shoulder. Let's assume the shoulder measurement is 18. When you place your fabric on fold, you're going to be putting 9. You're going to divide it by 2 to get 9. So this is the shoulder. If you're making a blouse, this is your shoulder. This should be 9 plus about 0.5 if you're using a sleeve or you're turning with lining, so it doesn't affect your shoulder. And then sometimes people send you measurements and you want to cross check. You just want to be sure that, oh, this is this person's shoulder, or maybe you ask someone to get a measurement for you and you just want to cross check. You can actually get your shoulder measurement without, or your client's shoulder measurement without actually taking the shoulder measurement. The formula is this: bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. It shock you? So let's say bust circumference is 42 divided by 6 plus 1.5. I have a calculator somewhere. I cannot find my calculator in my head. Okay, 42 divided by 6 plus 1.5 gives us 8.5. 8.5, meaning this person's shoulder measurement is 17. You like? So let's move to the bust circumference, waist and hip. This part of the body, the bust, the waist and the hip, are usually divided by 4, because you're going to put your fabric on fold, the front on fold and the back on fold. That's meaning you're going to put a quarter of your measurement whenever you're placing your fabric, because it's on fold, both the front and back. So everything is folded into 4. So you have to divide your circumference by 4. That's why this is here. So what I mean, let's assume your bust is 42. When you place your fabric on fold, let's assume this is the front. You're also going to place the back on fold, on fold, on fold. This is folded by into 2. This is going to be like this, just so you understand if you're a beginner what I mean by unfold. You're going to put quarter of the measurement here. So 42 by 4 is 10.5. So this unfold is going to be 10.5. So by the time you open it up, it's 21. Do you understand? Same as the back. I hope you understand. Then let's move over to the armhole. The armhole is, just around from your shoulder around to your underarm. That part, that's the armhole, where you put your hand through a garment. That's the armhole. To get your armhole is bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. No need to be saying, oh, raise your hand, let me put the tape around your arm, or making your client uncomfortable. Life is not that deep. That's without a sleeve. Look at it here, without a sleeve. But with a sleeve, because you're going to be attaching sleeve, you need ease. So instead of using 1.5, you'll be using 2. That's an additional 0.5, because you're adding a sleeve for easy movement of the arm. We're moving to the bust span. What's like everybody calls nipple to nipple. We need this to put your standard darts. Normally on the waist you need this bust span, and to get it is without even telling your client to stand, and then you now place your tape from this nipple to this nipple, because sometimes I believe that they might not be wearing the right underwear. So today you might get maybe 9. Tomorrow when they come with another kind of underwear, you might be getting 8. So I just feel you should just save yourself the stress and use this formula for your bust span. That's, let's assume the bust is 42 divided by 4 minus 2. So let's do this. 42 divided by 4 minus 2, 8.5. So the bust span is 8.5, but you know you have to divide it by 2 because your fabric is on fold. So 8.5 divided by 2 is 4.25. So when it's on fold, you measure 4.25 to get the bust span. So by the time you open it up, it's 8.5. I'm doing this tutorial because henceforth when I'm making different tutorials on how to make basic skirts, blouse, sleeves, I won't be going over this again because I believe you've already seen this. I'll just go straight, just dive in. Then your cap's height, you know that point, you know this is your sleeve, this is your cap's height. Here, cap's height. To get this point, instead of measuring from here to the fullest part of your client's arm, you just know that your cap's height is bust divided by 12 plus 0.5. So let's do this. 42 divided by 12 plus 0.5. I wonder why I'm always using 42. Well, that's my bust measurement, so it's just easier. So let's do 42 divided by 12 plus 0.5. That's 4. So my cap height is 4. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. If you are, don't forget to like and share. So let's move to the crotch depth. When you're okay, before we go ahead to trousers, I want to tell us that when we are making clothes, that we have to use put the under bust measurement. That's take your under bust circumference, like you're going to make a padded dress, your bustiers, your corset. You need that under bust. You need that under bust measurement. Now, you would definitely take the under bust circumference. But now, how do you get your under bust darts? You know, the dress is like this, your neck, your armhole, your bust, your under bust, your half length. So this is your standard dart. So when we're talking about the under bust darts, we use this under bust circumference, sorry, waist circumference minus under bust circumference. That's how you get your under bust dart. This is what I mean. This is your neckline, armhole, bust line, under bust line, waistline. So this way you're putting your standard dart here. Take it all the way to the bust line. You take half inch here, half inch here. So if the difference between your waist circumference and your under bust circumference is 3, you'll be putting a larger part on this side. So let's say 3 into 2 is 1.5. So I could put 2 inches here and 1 here. Remember to use your curve to connect it. You know, the body isn't, no part of the body is sharp. You come down here on the bust line by 1 inch, connect it to this, connect this to this. Now this is how to tighten the under bust. here. That's how to get your underbust that. But you know, most people just do 1 inch, 1 inch, and then later now shape it here, come out here, you know, all of that. But I just like to do it here, so I know that that curve under the armhole like that is going to curve well. I'm going to get my exact cup so it would be firm. I was going to talk about the crotch for your pants. How you would get that is to get your crotch depth. To get your crotch depth, you'll be using this measurement: hip circumference divided by 4 for your natural waist, your trouser waist, where you place your pants, your trousers. That's what you'll be using to get the crotch depth. But you know, in trousers we have the one that sits on the waist and then what we call low waist. So if you're doing a low waist, that is a lower fitting kind of trouser, you'll be using this hip circumference divided by 4 minus 1. So this is for a lower fitting. Then you know that part where you extend the crotch, like this is your pants, that part where you extend the crotch extension, you know, as we go on, when we're doing our pants, we'll be using this measurement. So I just want you all to know this. To get the crotch extension, you'll be dividing your hip by 20. So hip is 48 by 20. Hip is 48 by 20. So that will give you your crotch extension. 2.8. Let's just use 3. So we'll be using 3 inches for that. As we go on, I'll be dropping some more calculations and easier ways to get measurements we don't have originally. Oops. I hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Bye.